Welcome to It's a Piece of Cake. In this video I'm going to show you how to make lots of different chocolate decorations, or you could say chocolate desserts. So I will be doing some flowers, buttons, ice creams, all different types of selection of molds that I've got, and I'm going to also show you how to really easily color them with petal dust. So like I said, with all the shapes that I've got, I am using silicone molds that I already have, and all I'm going to do is basically make chocolate out of them that we're going to then color. So with all the molds that I've got, I've purchased all of them that you're seeing in this tutorial, all of them on eBay. So whichever mold that you're looking for, just search them on eBay and you should find them. And then once you've got your mold, you're going to temper some chocolate, put it into a piping bag, and then we're just going to pipe them inside the cavity of the mold. So all you do is you get your chocolate, put it into the piping bag, pipe it in the cavity, and then tap your mold, your silicone mold, gently just to smooth out the chocolate and just to make sure there's no air bubbles, and it goes nice and evenly all through the silicone mold. Now silicone molds are obviously made for fondant, but you can use them for chocolate decorations as well. It's very, very simple. Once you pipe in your chocolate, and make sure your chocolate is tempered. If you don't know how to temper your chocolate, there is so many different ways to tempering them, and there's lots of videos online on YouTube. I will be making a tempering video soon as well. But if you don't know how to temper your chocolate and you just want to experiment making these, you can use compound chocolate. So when you are using compound chocolate, when you pop it in the fridge or you let the chocolate set, it forms back into a solid chocolate, so you can remove it from the mold. So make sure your chocolate is tempered, otherwise they will not release from the mold. And if you don't know how to temper the chocolate and you want to try this, then make sure you're using a compound chocolate. So all you're doing is, as you can see, I've just filled up my silicone molds and just tapping them and then popping them in the fridge and letting them set to be really nice and firm. And I've kind of went through my basket and I've found all different types of molds that I've got. So I'm ranging it from lots of different kind of shapes and patterns and designs that I've got, just to show you guys that you can make really beautiful decorations for cakes and cupcakes and macarons, making these chocolate desserts. They taste great. And unlike fondant, you don't have to let them set for a long time. You can use them pretty much immediately. Or you can also fill them. So here with my Minions mold, I've put the chocolate in. I'm going to pour it out because I just want a nice even coating, just one layer of coating, because then you can fill them. So once you've done your first coat, just smooth out any excess chocolate that you have and then pop it in the fridge and let that set. When the chocolate has set, then you can fill it with whatever you like. So I'm filling it with Nutella, but you can fill it with peanut butter, ganache, whatever you feel like. And once you have filled it, then all you're going to do is again put some chocolate to seal it. So I'm pouring again some chocolate just to seal that Nutella inside, and then you've kind of made a really easy chocolate truffle. And then you're going to pop that in the fridge and let that set. And when it has set, then you've got the Minions that are filled with Nutella rather than just being solid chocolates. You can do that with a lot of the molds, but I just thought I'll just show it in these two. So again, I'm doing it with the ice cream mold. I've poured some chocolate in there. Now I'm going to tip it out, smooth out and clean up the excess, and then add Nutella again. So I'm just filling it with Nutella, and like before, we're sealing the back. And once you have sealed the back, pop it in the fridge and let it set, and then you've got these ice creams that are filled with Nutella. You can also make ganache. So here I've got some cream that I've already heated in the microwave, so it's nice and hot, and I'm just adding some coffee. Use your favorite coffee in there and just whisk it in, and then that basically makes our cream taste like coffee. And then you're going to pour it into the chocolate and you're making a coffee chocolate ganache. So now I'm going to pop this in the microwave again, just for about 30 seconds, just to make sure that cream is hot enough and the chocolate is warm. So when you whisk it together, the chocolate and the cream make this really nice sauce, which is a ganache. It's very, very easy to make, and you can customize the flavors very simply with this. So whatever flavor you add in your cream, it will give you that flavor into the chocolate. So this is a quite strong coffee ganache, and all you do is you just whisk it till the chocolate is completely smooth, nice, shiny, glossy. If you feel like that there is some lumps of chocolate in there, just pop it in the microwave, just 20 seconds at a time, because you don't want the cream or the chocolate to get too hot because you'll burn it. So just nice and gently, just pop. I just had to pop it in one time because my cream was already quite hot when I added the coffee in there. Then I put it in the chocolate, then I put it in just for that 30 seconds. And as you can see, nice smooth chocolate ganache. So while it's quite runny, I'm pouring it into this flour silicone mold. So this is going to be a ganache, coffee ganache flour, and then I'm going to pop it in the fridge. Now with the ganache ones, you have to leave them in the fridge overnight to completely set and firm up. So I'm going to pop that in the fridge, and then I'll let the ganache set in the fridge for about an hour. So as you can see, it's not as runny. And now I can pipe it into my coffee bean mold, which I absolutely love. I got this on eBay for about $2, and it's one of my favorite molds. Absolutely love this mold. You can make lots of beautiful cakes using this mold. You can make a coffee cup, a coffee jar, and just have these beans flowing everywhere. Going to pop that in the fridge to set as well. And then when they're set, if your silicone mold is quite sturdy and a stiff one, be careful, because if your chocolates are thin, they can crack. But if they crack like my giraffe did, add a bit more chocolate and then stick its leg back into place. If your silicone molds are flexible, then they're much easier to come out. As you can see there with the flexible ones, because you can move it around a lot, it's easy to release the chocolate. So now that they're all set, all I'm doing is just removing them from the silicone mold, which is extremely easy. So you should have no trouble getting them out of the molds. Just find a way to stretch the mold and just pop them right out. And then you will get them very, very easily out. Just as long as your chocolate is set in the fridge. It's been there for, mine only took about each one roughly about 20-30 minutes, some even 10 minutes to completely set, and then they release from the mold. But obviously if your chocolate isn't set, it's not going to remove from the mold. So with my coffee bean ganache, these ones are, because it's ganache, they will stick to one another, so they're not chocolate blocks here. These are the coffee bean ones, but again, they just pop right out. And these, like I said, these are my favorite, because they look so cute, and so much you can do with this mold. I was so excited when I found this mold, and I couldn't wait to use it. And if you do make like a big coffee cup, you can use this mold all around, using the coffee beans all around it, or you can do like a big coffee bean bag, and then just have these, because this will make it so easy and so pretty to use. You can throw these on top of hot chocolates. If you make a cappuccino, just a normal cappuccino at home, you can throw these on top, which is what I do with them. But yeah, these are my favorite ones. And then here is the flour. So with the flour, it's going to break in a few pieces because it's such a long big piece, but if it does, ganache sticks onto ganache. So all you do is kind of press into place and it will glue back into place. That's our flour. So with the other flours that we did, the chocolate flours, you can make these out of ganache as well if you wanted to, but I make these out of chocolate. These are another one of my favorite molds. I've had these for years and I've used it so many times. I just love the shapes that you get out of these. And like I said, all the molds that you're looking at, all of them are available on eBay. So just if you're looking for butterfly mold, they should be available on eBay, Amazon, Wish, whatever you go online. Normally it's the same suppliers that just sell them. And here again, my little necklace breaks, but I'm going to add some chocolate and stick that back into place. And then we've got my feathers, and we've got these beautiful cute little minions. Make sure you tap your chocolates, especially with the minion ones, quite a lot, because you might get some little holes, which I did. So make sure you tap them properly so there's no air bubbles. And then we've got this beautiful other one that I've got, this beautiful nice round flower mold. I'm just showing you just so you can see them all come out, or you can use parts of the mold. So here I've used not the whole entire mold, just sections of the mold. So you just add the chocolate wherever you want to use, and then you can have bits and pieces of particular molds. All the excess chocolate that you get on the sides, if you do, I didn't get it on all of them, but on some of them I did. All you do is you get a knife and just gently cut through it, just as you take away any excess chocolate. Just cut it gently, and all that excess chocolate on the sides will come out if you have any. I had a few on my flowers, so I'm just going to trim those away so it's nice and neat. And then with the ganache one, it had kind of, as I put it in the fridge, the ganache obviously poured over a bit, so it's kind of joined the two bits together. And I'm just going to use a knife to cut that excess away. And with the bit that's broken off, just stick it back into place, because like I said, ganache sticks onto ganache. And then we've got this beautiful flower. So with the ganache ones, because obviously ganache is flexible, you can move it around, you can use that onto a cake. So you can just kind of mold it into the shape that you want to by just moving it around. But obviously with the chocolate ones you can't because they're solid and hard. So with the ganache you can just stick it like that on a side of a cake, and I'm just doing a quick kind of tutorial on just a cake just to show you what you can do with them and just stick them into place. But obviously you can use these decorations on cupcakes, macarons, and whatever you feel like. So that is getting all our chocolates out of the mold. Well, the molds that I've used in today's tutorial to give you that look. If you do enjoy this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, so then I can make a part 2 maybe with all the other silicone molds that I've got that I haven't used. And also in the description box below I'm going to put another video that I've done a couple of years ago with also chocolate decorations. So here I've got my pearl luster dust that I'm using, available in lots of colours, lots of brands, lots of companies make it. I'm using Rocklum today. I love their powders, but in saying that, there's so many other powders that I love working with as well. So these powders are available in most cake decorating shops. Well, in Australia they're pretty much available in all cake decorating shops. So all they are is they're fully eatable. They're coloured luster powder dust. They're very, very fine dust. And then you spray your chocolate with non-stick cooking spray. Well, this is how I do it. I spray it with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray just to make my chocolate tacky, just to kind of make it like form a glue. And then all you do is you brush on your powders. Now I use makeup brushes that again I buy off of eBay. They're very cheap brushes that are very soft. You want nice soft brushes because the powder is so fine that if your brush is soft it goes into all the gaps in that. So my makeup brushes I buy, and then I use them on these powders, and all I do is spray the powders like I said with non-stick cooking spray, and then just brush on the powders. My favorite way of using the powders is mixing two colors. So I love to do, like, say if I use silver or grey, then to add some cream to it or gold. I like the idea of mixing the two colors together because I think it looks much more nicer. But like these ice creams, you can do solid, just like one color and then another color. So using these powders, to be honest, there's nothing hard about them. There's nothing more to explain. All you're doing is just brushing them on. Like I said, non-stick cooking spray into your chocolate and then brushing it on. But I decided in this video that I'm going to leave the entire process of me kind of brushing them onto the chocolate so you guys can watch. If you're not interested, you can stop watching from here. But if you are interested to see how I did color all of the I'm not going to show all of them, but most of the chocolates, you can watch the whole entire thing. But either way, so if you're not interested, stop watching from here, and if you are, continue on watching just to see how I've brushed on the powders. So if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you do want another chocolate tutorial like this with the silicone molds, let me know by leaving a comment below. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy this video. Take care and bye for now.